Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Wir sollen zu Doktorchen gehen. Erstmal laden wir uns voll, was es auch immer gibt hier. Ach du Scheiße, hier gibt's wieder...
You have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Das machen wir dann doch glatt. Helfen wir Frau Doktorchen mal ein bisschen, ne? Einmal bücken. Nein, das war was anderes. So.
I think we can give this a go. Although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Muss ich wieder runter, ne? Ja. Ist doch richtig, ne? Ja. Ja, ich glaube, wir haben schon 26 oder so ähnlich Manuskripte. Zeigt er jetzt gleich. Na komm. 27, Nummer 27.
The pressure of success got to me. My wife Alice was the sole thing in my life that anchored me. Suddenly it wasn't enough. I couldn't write anymore. I distracted myself with wild parties and whatever trouble I could scare up. I wallowed in the drama of my life, sure that Alice would stick with me even though she didn't sign up to be the lifeline of a tortured artist. It was my dumb luck she's not the type to give up.
Mhm. Wir sollen da gleich runterholen. Ach so, ja gut. Egal. Wir kommen ja dahin, wo wir hin sollen. Fall mal nicht hin, Jungchen. Haben wir schon Besuch? Mehr habt ihr nicht? Arschloch. Muss ich noch Klaus Bärbel da dran glauben. Ah! Erwischt. Aber er mich auch gleich. So. Ach, das ging doch ganz gut. Wie viel Schuss? Naja, geht so. Batterie ist auch voll.
These beams hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Was? Achso, wir sollen hier ran. War doch richtig.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
Kühlmittel, ein Erfolg
I'll
freigeschaltet.
start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Das schöne Auto.
guess they didn't like that.
Was? So, aber hier soll ein Brief sein irgendwo. Aber, beziehungsweise eine Seite. Ich sage immer Brief, ne? Bitte melde dich. Ach nee, ist was anderes. So, gib her damit. Immer her damit. Dankeschön. Ach da. So, eine Manuskriptseite. Nummer 28 übrigens.
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He'd pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Ja. So. Gehen wir erstmal raus hier. Das heißt, kommen wir da jetzt gar nicht durch, oder? Ich muss erstmal gucken. Ach komm, guck mal, er ist doch bestimmt so sportlich. Na, hepp und hepp. Jawohl, guck mal und hepp. Arschloch. Entschuldigung. Dann nehme ich mal an. Aber jetzt wenigstens schön hell, nicht? Wo er nicht gerade der hellste ist. So. Ja, ich stehe gerade wieder mal auf dem Schlauch. Und wir kommen hier vorbei. Gut.
Old damn mountain's trying to kill me.
Nein, wie kommst du denn darauf? Treffer versenkt. Oh, das war mal ein guter Treffer. Na, das Auto, ne? Hallo! Ach, das kann ich doch nicht von hinten. Naja. Aber selbstverständlich. Ich gehe mal eben hier hin. Genau da will ich hin. Dich wohl mitgekriegt. Oh, Alter, ich sehe doch nichts. Mensch. Das habe ich die schöne. Nein, Alter. Ja, ich drücke automatisch immer weiter die Taschenlampe. Das ist ein bisschen doof. Sollte ich mir mal abgewöhnen. Das war klar. Ach ja, Klaus Bärbel wieder. Ja klar. Ach, noch einer, sag mal. Was ist denn das für ein Stuss? War das jetzt? Lass mal nachladen. Hier ist nichts. Nee, das blöde Gewehr nehme ich nicht mehr. Das Jagdgewehr. Vielleicht ist es ja für eine andere Situation vielleicht ganz gut, aber so wie ich spiele. So. Der Friede lässt mich wieder rein. Ich weiß nicht, ob das so gut funktionieren wird.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Will ich ja. Ach ja, ich muss ja erst. Vorher tanke ich mich nochmal auf. So. Jetzt können wir nach oben. Miep, miep. Immer schön langsam.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Na, dann geht das ja doch noch weiter. Da habe ich schon gar nicht mehr mit gerechnet.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
Und ein Ladebildschirm.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Also gut. Na, wo sind sie?
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on. To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
Mhm. Und wir müssen da rein.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes. You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Yeah, okay.
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
Let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
Ja. Aber mir würden da schon einige Sachen einfallen. Wo war denn jetzt? Eben hat er doch noch den Schlüssel angezeigt. Bin ich blind oder kann ich nicht gucken? Hä? Ach, da hinten, ja. Das Radio machen wir natürlich auch an.
Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up? Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot? Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky? Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything. Yeah, right, sure. So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff. Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility
Da, ich wollte die Optik
that
gesucht.
we're all here in the service of a greater purpose. Incomprehensible to
5 Stück. Gut. Wir gehen mal weiter. Ich möchte mir das jetzt nicht... Ich glaube, es ist nicht jedes Mal das Gleiche, wenn man in die... Ah, wir haben mal wieder Besuch. So. Wie viel Batterien man hat, steht hier gar nicht, ne? Glaube ich. So, ich muss... Ach komm, ich speichere lieber doch. Müssen wir uns das Gesabber noch wieder alles anhören. So. Alles klar. Ja, ich guck gleich. Haben wir schon 30? Ja, was gibt es denn da Schönes? Die nehmen wir mal mit, ja? Anstelle von der kleinen, alles klar, das finde ich in Ordnung. Bin ich mal gespannt. Das brauchen wir nicht. Na komm, passier schon. Mach doch was. Meine ich doch.
Das ist immer was völlig Neues.
Ach Mensch, ist ja gut. Dann verpisst euch. Ich will doch Klaus Bärbel erstmal. Wo ist der Penner? Ich hab ihn doch eben gezeigt, ein. Warte mal, ich nehme mal... die. Mal sehen, ob das was... Ah, klappt wohl nicht ganz, ne? Oh, die ist ganz gut. Aber hab nicht mehr viel Schuss, ne? Zwei Schuss und dann muss man nachladen, aber die hat noch eine gute Durchschlags... die gute Wirkung, wollte ich sagen. Oh, oh. So. Dann gucken wir uns mal wieder ein Filmchen an.
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Ja, ja. Der Onkel Doktor hätte eine helle Freude an Ihnen. Ja, ich sehe, wir haben schon längst wieder Folgenende und vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen, sage ich dann. Bis zum nächsten Mal, euer Blueblitzfreakx. Ciao.